into the energy of the collective and what was opposing it, I started coughing like crazy, absolute crazy coughing. And when I actually properly tapped in and asked spirit to come in, there was like this blockage in my throat, and I know it wasn't mine. Somebody, and I feel like it's a group of people with one person heading them, have every time they try to speak your name, every time they try to send something towards you in the modality of like spell words that turn into spells, chanting, whatever, when it's directed at you and your name or your lineage, they get like stuck in their throat. The word, your name, gets stuck in their throat. We do have here, the first one that came out was secret accounts. It feels like there is a group of people who are watching your account from a secret account, but there's quite a few of them doing this, and they're organized. They're actually very organized. I can see people sitting around like a office table, and they're all talking about you. And I think it's because you are you're a force to be reckoned with. We have love spell, and it's in reverse. I'm gonna cough again. Oh my goodness, one sec. I would have done it on camera, but it's such a hacking cough. Oh my goodness. So it says love spell here, and it being in reverse. Some sort of ritual work they were doing went wrong, or as they were doing the ritual work, your name got stuck in their throat, or they had a coughing fit. Every time they tried to do it, they'd go into like splutters of coughing, and it feels like each person, somebody may have taken over for the first person, and the same thing happened. And it kept happening. And notifications, something about notifications from their secret account popping up your name, popping up your name, popping up your image, something that you've posted. You've got karmic lesson coming out here as well. So this person has not learnt their karmic lesson, or this group has not learnt their karmic lesson. They may have been trying to teach you a lesson, but I don't feel like they were teaching you they weren't teaching you something that the universe wanted you to learn. It was, I'm teaching you a lesson. We're better than you. Okay. Tell me about these secret accounts, love spell and karmic lesson, please. What do you need to know on the table, please? Thank you. Okay. We've got happily single in reverse. So I just had like a confirmation burp there. And it says, doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals and career focused. It being in reverse, this is like, they were trying to do some sort of binding, some sort of love binding, and it has to do with your career. It has to do with your abundance, and it has to do with your life purpose. We also have here pregnancy, fake news and DNA, and it's in reverse. We have a lot of root chakra energy coming through here, as well as a bit of sacral. We also have phony, trickster and illusions with fairy tale. They were trying to push you towards someone here, someone who may be a karmic lesson. They're definitely trying, I heard they're manhandling your destiny, or trying to manhandle your destiny. Interesting. I think more than anything though, they really scared themselves when they kept trying to send something towards you, and it kept making them cough, or their throats go dry, like when it feels like it's going to close up and you need to take a glass of water. And then they started getting pinging on their phones, all of them on their phones, and it's you. And it's not so much you messaging them, it's you just uploading certain things, posting things, adding to your blog, adding to your you know, your website where you create music, whatever it is that you do on a daily or frequently. That's enough. Okay, I've been told I don't need any more. Divine Feminine. And please know, whenever the cards come up, or I say divine feminine, divine masculine, I'm talking about the energies that we hold, because we all hold divine masculine and divine feminine energies. It's just that, you know, sometimes we step more into our feminine than our masculine, and vice versa. And this irrespective of gender. It's up to you whether or not you assign a gender. Just don't force the fit if it doesn't fit, okay? If the story, if the narrative, if the reading does not, if it doesn't resonate for you, it's not yours, and you don't have to claim it. You have free will. Now, Spirit, where would you like me to go? Over here. Okay. And then over there. course I have everything over here piled up. Pop you over there. What would you like? Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to introduce myself actually. My name is Bronwen. This is Bronwen's Cove Tarot 111. I hope you guys are doing really well. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's always good to have new faces. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. I am going to be ringing a bell just to cleanse the space around us. It is early in the morning though, so I'm going to try and not ring it at its full its full power. However, if you do have any sound sensitivities, it's a good idea to turn down your listening device anyway in 3, 2 and in 1. There we go. And let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, so they've been working on this for a while. And that's why I was getting that it's organised. It's organised. They've been paid to do this. They're a business. It does feel very formal. Like the people sitting around this table, they're like associates rather than like... Because it feels like a coven, but it feels like a business at the same time. And it feels like everyone that sat at that table knows each other, but they're colleagues. They're like work colleagues. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is taking time to rest and reflect. It's almost like an accumulation of doing something so that you can look back and go, oh my gosh, look how far I've come. Look how far I've come. Yeah, look, you've got the Ten of Cups underneath. This makes them a lot of money. It makes them a lot of money. Their speciality has to do with the heart space, manipulating emotions, especially when it comes to romance. Okay, I don't know who they are. I heard family business. I just heard it's a family business. The Knight of Pentacles. I'm sorry that I'm sniffing so much. I forgot to take my antihistamines this morning, so I will get on that. But for now, if I sniff, I'm really sorry. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So we are looking at patterning. We're looking at patterning as well as abundance. There's something that they do over and over and it's not working with you. There's something that they do, like it's the back of their hand. They know it like the back of their hand. They could do this spell or this ritual work or whatever with their eyes closed and it's not working or it's messing up. And this is kind of worrying them because they've been doing this for years. They've been doing this for a very long time. Everyone is wearing black. I can see that everyone is wearing black. Protection is what I heard. Okay. See, they're definitely following you online. There's definitely this focus on your beauty as well. It's almost like trying to attract in the wrong person. Attract in the wrong vibration. Someone has paid them to do this. And they're just seeing it as a job, but they don't know who you are. And they weren't told by the person who has paid them that you are chosen or that you're a high priest or high priestess, that you're highly protected. I had no take backsies. So it doesn't really matter that they didn't know. Karma is karma and it's still going to get them. We have here the Eight of Swords. Yeah, they've been trapped. They were definitely trying to trap you in some sort of weird love spell here. Take you off of your path, take you down the wrong path. I feel like you've cleared this. I feel like anything that was sent towards you, it rebounded. It literally rebounded because they can't get the spell words out of their mouth properly. It's almost like when you become tongue-tied, and you can't get that word out, and it's like a tongue twister for your mouth. That is what's happening every time they set intention towards harming you or trying to bind you. Wow, okay. Nine of Pentacles to the Two of Cups. It seems that whoever it is that has paid them is looking for financial independence and romance with someone that either is coming towards you or someone that you're already in a relationship with. It does feel like, and I feel like they cover themselves like they are a dating agency or they're a model agency, or it's not counselling. There's something superficial about what they do and how they present themselves. It is giving me like a dating agency. Tell me about the secret accounts, please. One sec. Tell me about the secret accounts, please. What do we need to know about that, Spirit, on the table? Thank you. We have here the Ten of Wands. And we have Temperance. So they're looking out for any differences in your behavior, in how you are posting, in how you are acting, whether or not you have whether or not you're consuming more social media than you were before, if you are spending more time on social media, if you have, because I feel like they are trying to push you towards a person or group that may already have like a social media kind of, what's the word? Presence. That's it. We have the Ten of Wands coming out in reverse. For me, the Ten of Wands, rather than it being avoiding a burden, it's about a burden that you can't shake off, because the Ten of Wands is a really good card, no matter if we look at it as you're carrying so much, oh my gosh, wounded, wounded, wounded. It's the end of that though. That's the end of the cycle. This is like coming up to the 12th house Pisces, knowing that Aries, the first house, is literally there. Because with the Ten of Wands, once you have been through whatever that burden may be for you, that you are carrying all of these sticks on your back, this weight on your back, you can put it down. You can literally put it down. It is the light at the end of the tunnel that you walk into, knowing that you don't have to go through that again. When it's in reverse, this is continuous. So it does feel like they may be finding it very difficult to monitor you. Someone here is finding it very, very overwhelming. They may have wanted you to feel very overwhelmed in how you connect and use your energy online. We have got here Temperance. So we're looking at balance, we're looking at moderation. And it being in reverse. Yeah, they really wanted you to throw yourself into something here and throw caution to the wind. We have here the Nine of Cups to the Moon. A wish. It's almost like they wanted you to fulfill a fantasy or a wish here. The Moon in reverse is an imbalance in emotions. A real big amount, a real big imbalance in emotions. I'm sorry if I keep like falling over my words. It's because it's so early in the morning and I thought I'd get a reading in super early, because sometimes it gets late in the day and I'm just like, got other things I want to do. Honestly. Tell me about karmic lesson, please. So we have here the Eight of Swords. We also have the Ace of Swords. The karmic lesson here has to do with mental health, has to do with the mental body and how we trap ourselves, or how we allow intrusive thoughts to win, maybe, because there's definitely a message coming through on that with the Ace of Swords being there. This Eight of Swords, so why am I getting like an air sign, like a Libra? There's something about balancing the scales, and that was coming through before about signs to look out for. Confirmation for someone here is the balancing of scales. But this isn't, this is giving me more of like a karmic cycle than a karmic lesson. That whatever they were doing was to keep you stuck in a cycle that you've already been through, that you've already learned from, that you've already evolved from. They were trying to pull you back. So with the Ace of Swords being here, I honestly think that they were trying to get you with somebody who wanted to have children. I don't know if you want to have children or if you've had enough children. For whoever that is, maybe you don't want kids, maybe you've got loads of children running around your house and you're like, I do not want any more, thank you so much. My body's being used as a jungle gym, I don't need any more kids. Either ways, it does feel like they were trying to pair you with somebody who very much works from their root chakra, but with it being in reverse, their root chakra is imbalanced, meaning they may seek intimacy only through physicality. They may see security only as material wealth. They may not have their own identity. They may not know who they are and wish to take on other people's identities or cultures or so on and so forth, because they don't know how to create their own. And it's not a horrible thing, it's just that's a work in progress. There's a lot there to kind of unpack as a person or a group, right? It feels like those who were doing this to you, not so much the people that were actually doing it, the people that have paid for it, sit in this energy. They sit very much in this energy because they are specifically what they asked for certain results. They wanted specific results. They wanted you paired up with somebody who is less emotionally stable than you, somebody who may be very hedonistic and, you know, chases after pleasures such as alcohol, smoking, overeating, the devil energy kind of thing, right? But this isn't like a true reflection of whoever it is that wanted this for you in the first place, because they're looking at it as that's the ultimate punishment. Only because they would see that as the ultimate punishment, not because it is. Tell me about this fairy tale with phony, trickster and illusion, please and thank you. You saw through something here. Yeah, I feel like you saw through something here, or your guides saw through something before this could come to be, and that's the reason why these people keep choking on their words. And then they keep getting like pings on their phone telling them who it's coming from. And I don't know if this is like coming from you as a return to sender, or if this is your guides, your angels, the Most High, just going, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will catch your tongue with my fingers. You're not saying that person's name. We have the Three of Cups here in reverse. So this is like the party is not happening. This is not fun. There's no celebration. There is no fairy tale. Can I get one more for secret accounts? I feel like I should be changing this. Yeah, okay. Where would you like me to go? Okay. Let's have a look-see. What do we need to know about these secret accounts? Eight of Swords is coming out again. Shut up. And then you have the Knight of Swords. You may have banned or blocked a lot of these fake profiles, and they keep making newer ones. Because the Eight of Swords to come out again, we have some sort of block here, some sort of trap, or some sort of ban. And if I place this one, I am going to put it down. If someone's trying to like goad you into... I don't feel like that's part of what they're supposed to be doing though. Someone is trying to goad you into some sort of argument, or for you to like become annoyed online. And I don't think it's coming from the people that have been paid to do this. I think it's coming from the person who paid them. Yeah, they don't like how calm you are. You're too calm. You're too calm. You're too healed over something. You're too over it. Is what I heard. Okay. Tell me about this Temperance in reverse. What's going on with Temperance in reverse? We have the King of Pentacles. It's not going to work out, yeah. And then you've also got the Queen of Pentacles underneath. This is to do with your abundance. Someone's very, very jealous of your abundance, your glow up, your rise. I heard a rise to fame for someone here. You may be going viral online. This is very focused on online presence. So if you don't have an online presence, this reading may not be for you, and that's okay. I have many other ones on my channel that could suit you better. It does. It feels like we are looking at we're looking at each side of the coin for one person, or we are looking at different people's, this is different people's wants for you. Because it's not just one person who has been trying to goad you into some sort of argument here. It's like they may be reporting you every time that you comment on something online. The King of Pentacles in reverse. This is like a business going kaput. Oh, they want you to overspend. They want you to overspend. They want you to over-nurture. They want you to kind of throw caution to the wind when it comes to money, especially if there is like an interaction, a community, a friendship group that you are creating online. Ace of Swords, tell me about this. Here we go. We have got the Hierophant coming out here. Okay, they want you bound to someone here. They want you bound. They want you like legally bound to someone, because, and that's why it's giving like children, because once you have a child, you are, you know, you're legally responsible for them until they're 18, but morally you're responsible for them for your whole flipping life, right? That's just my opinion. I'm not a mother. I've worked with children for a very long time, and I was so protective over those children, even though they weren't mine. So I can only imagine how we feel when we have children, and even when they're grown, they're still your baby, right? Tell me about the fairy tale, please. What do I need to know about this phony trickster illusion? Three of Wands, it was all about just taking you off of your path. It does feel like this group of people are quite shocked by almost like the ferociousity, I cannot say the word, of how when they are sending things, how the candles are going out, how wind is blowing, how they're not able to speak properly, they need to go and get more water to drink, that things are going flipping wrong for them. Yeah, look, you've got the Wheel of Fortune coming out. They can feel some sort of bad omen here. They can feel some sort of bad omen. Wow. You want to take more out from here? Okay, let me see. I heard don't mess with my baby, or don't mess with my boo. So you could have a grandparent, you could have an ancestor coming through here who doesn't take any, they don't take nonsense, they don't take stupidity. And they're seeing this as stupidity. They might be going over and like messing up the ritual properly, knocking things off of shelves, like a haunting. You have got the Emperor coming out here. Yeah, this person's angry. They're angry that you've blocked them, or they're angry that they can't watch something. And I think that the people that have been paid may have told them, you have to stop looking at this person's account, because you're messing with the spell work that we're doing, or you're going to make it really blatant. You have the Knight of Swords coming out again in reverse. So it hasn't worked. I feel like this person wants their money back. And that's never happened before. That's never happened before for this group. Tell me the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Someone here in the collective is connected to the underworld, and I don't mean that in like a negative or dark way. Like you could have Persephone, excuse me. You could work with Lilith. You could work with Hecate, Medusa. There's like a dark feminine energy coming through, like underworld dark feminine. You could be a medium. You could be somebody who works with spirits, or you just see spirits, you know, when they're around. Because I feel like them coming up against you has angered some sort of energy from the underworld that works with you or protects you. It could be Anubis, you know. It could be Anubis, Osiris, Hades, something along those lines. Because it feels like the room gets colder and the room gets darker when they're doing this ritual work, and your name gets stuck in their throat. It's almost like I said, with those hands, like grabbing their tongue, like you will not say their name. Ooh! You have the Page of Pentacles coming out here. What is this opportunity? Karmic lesson. What is the lesson here that needs to be learned? What is the lesson here that needs to be learned? Because we're ever evolving, we're ever growing, which means that every experience that we have is part of us learning, growing and expanding, right? So what is the lesson here? High Priestess in reverse. To be careful who you share your energy with. Which means that whoever this person is at the beginning of this that has paid for this, you know them. You don't have to know them well, but you know them. And there is something about an online community that they are part of that maybe you are part of. And that's only going to be for certain people. And even if this is not, that's not it, it's not this online community, there is someone in close vicinity, in your close proximity, that abuses their power, abuses their energy, pays people to do the same thing. Can I get one more, please? Thank you. Justice is coming through, though. You're going to get justice. They feel like they are justified in what they're doing. This is really linking into a reading that I did recently, talking about someone not liking the attention that you're getting and that they want the attention. Okay, that's very strange. I'm going to close down this reading with the Tea Leaf Oracle, as always. It says here, in need of help, assistance or guidance coming through. Okay, so someone here is definitely crashing out that it's not working, or they're upset that the money they've spent they're not getting the deal they thought they would get with this group. You've got a younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. Tell me about the secret account, please. Thank you. We have here affairs with your family coming through. So someone in your family may be crashing out. So this actually could be a family member. You have an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross coming through. Oh, whoever it is that's been sending things and they're kind of like having their tongue plucked from them. This person is very arrogant. They're very boastful over what they can do. The fact that they haven't been able to do this is like a massive punch to their, not even a bruise, it's a punch to their ego. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate is coming through here. What else do we have? Thank you. We have romance, celebration and party. Yeah, they're trying to direct you in a different direction. I know that's really bad grammar. I'm so sorry. It's too early in the morning. Tell me about justice. This trickster. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. They really are trying to take away your direction, but it ain't working. It is not working. What have we got here? Parting of ways in either romance or business in reverse. Okay. There's definitely a bit of jealousy coming from the person who paid for this. They wanted some sort of partnership. What have we got here? Protected from negative forces beyond your control. And that's in reverse. So they're angry that you are protected and they are not. That they're being attacked. Oh, so this isn't just the people that are being paid or things are going weird. It seems to be happening to this family member or this person that is very jelly of you. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. I must be hungry because I looked at that as a block of cheese, but it's not, it's a wedge. Oh my gosh. Tell me about karmic lesson, please. Thank you. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? You also have misunderstanding and it's in reverse, which is stating that it isn't a misunderstanding, that they really are doing what they're doing and that your intuition is right if you know who this is. Set up. I heard a setup. This group, this family business that does this, they may feel like they've been set up by the person who paid them because the person who paid them did not tell them who you were or who you were connected to. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. They didn't say anything. Thank you. March is coming out. Okay, March is very, very important here. For someone, be careful of who you share your energy with around March, because you could end up with another child or with a child, especially if you do not want one. You also have here dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that gave you the confirmation and clarity that you needed, that you already intuitively knew. If you are new to my channel and this resonated for you and you'd like to see more of my content when I upload, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe and on the notification bell. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay cool and awesome, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.